Book 314. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, and today I'm going to tell you guys about the library found beneath Pompeii's ashes. That's right, the library found beneath Pompeii's ashes. But what is Matthew Daniels talking about? A long time ago, a headline splashed across every news media outlet in the world. Buried beneath the ashes of Pompeii, archaeologists found an ancient library fully intact. The books within this library were damaged badly, and they were deemed unreadable by using common methods. However, scientists determined that they could use computer technology to decipher the ancient text. Hundreds of scientists working around the clock began to work on this project, and over time, they compiled a massive inventory of new translations of books never before seen and books that have been passed down through the ages. One book, however, was written in an unknown language, and the scientists said that if anyone could decipher the text, they would be given $1 million. A portion of this text was placed online, and many people tried their hand at decipherment. One day, a man named Matthew, who was one of my ancestors no less, saw this ancient document online, and he instantly knew what it said. To his surprise, the language was a language that he created at the age of 12 as a secret code that only he knew. Using his notes from when he was a child, Matthew translated the text available and submitted it to the scientists. Intrigued and impressed, they immediately flew Matthew out to their lab, and they asked him to translate more of the text. As it turned out, the text seemed to be a collection of prophecies. It not only told of the coming eruption of Mount Vesuvius, but it also mentioned hundreds of other events that would occur in the millenniums coming after 79 CE when the volcano would erupt. The world was shocked. They all wondered what type of man could predict the future so accurately. Over time, Matthew did more translations, and he uncovered evidence that there was some ancient technology inside of Mount Vesuvius. Matthew wondered if this technology is what helped the ancient writer to make his accurate predictions. The scientists, as well as Matthew, flew out to Pompeii, and then they began an archaeological dig inside of Mount Vesuvius, trying to see what technology might be buried there. When they did, they found what appeared to be a large generator from another world. Following the instructions in the ancient text, Matthew and the scientists turned on the generator to see exactly what it did, and a large rumbling noise began. The generator sprang to life, and a bright light began pulsating from its core. In an instant, Matthew and the scientists were swallowed up in a massive wormhole, and they were scattered to various points in time. Some went to the past, some went to the future, and Matthew was sent to the city of Pompeii in the year 40 CE. When Matthew realized where and when he was, it all made sense. The ancient text was written in a language he had created because he was the one who had written it. He tried to tell the people of Pompeii about the destruction that was coming, but no one would listen. So, reluctantly, Matthew began writing a collection of prophecies about the future of Pompeii and mankind as a whole in a language that only he knew. It was his hope that in 2,000 years, his future self would read the language that only he knew and decipher his warning not to go to Pompeii with the scientists. And so, the morning motivation of today is the library found beneath Pompeii's ashes. Sometimes we get so caught up in what we are doing in the present moment that we totally overlook the lessons that we should have learned from the past. We tell ourselves that if we could only go back in time and do it all over again, we would do things differently and become better. However, if you change your past, you change your present. It is better for you to see today as the past of your future. And anything you wish you could do differently, do that different thing right now. That way, when the future becomes the present and the present becomes the past, you would have done that thing differently that would change where you end up. Today, be better than you were yesterday, and always strive to do that which is good. And remember, you are awesome, you are amazing, you are wonderful, and you are great. And you are going to change the world. I just hope I'm still alive to see it, family. I'm out. Good morning. To order books in the Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels book series, search Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels on Amazon.com or visit www.dandyandbigherm.com.